Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Scorpio Cesar here for another figure review, this time of the NECA Alien vs Predator Mad Predator. And I know there's two other releases in this line. I did not pick those up yet because I felt that this one was the one worth getting. It was kind of an impulse buy. I actually wasn't planning on picking up anyone from this line in terms of the Predators. The Aliens, that's a different story, but those haven't released yet. But I did manage to find this while it was on sale, so I got it for around, with tax included, $24, which isn't too far off the mark for the suggested retail price. Regardless, here we have a very nice package here with the Alien vs Predator logo. You get a nice shot there of the Mad Predator himself and some really cool details on the sides, some nice promotional shots on the box, some cool artwork in the back for the game. On the top of the box, nothing really to see there. On the bottom, you get the price tag, of course, and the NECA logo. Not much to see there. On the back is where you get some really cool stuff. You get that classic pixelated background with the Mad Predator superimposed on there, holding the face hugger that it comes with, as well as the other releases in the line that are being released or have released already. Now, I'm not planning on picking up the other two Predators in this line. However, if this video gets enough likes, maybe I'll consider picking those up and reviewing them for the channel. What's cool is you get some nice background sprite work here from the game, and you see the xenomorphs in those tubes in the background. That is really cool. You can actually put this on your shelf and kind of pose the Predator in that background. So why is this guy blue? Well, let's go back in time and tell the story. You see, the game developers had a conference with this Predator, and they couldn't decide what color to make him. He said his favorite color was red, and he wanted to be red so bad. They decided, you know what, fuck you, drink bleach, we're making you blue. Think on the bright side, Maddie. At least you're not pink like my buddy Slackjaw over here. Let's take a look at the articulation so far. And first of all, the sculpt is obviously the unmasked Jungle Hunter sculpt, just reused, using the Ultimate Predator body. I believe it's safe to say that NECA's going to be using the Ultimate Body Predators moving forward. I don't see why they would go back. It just seems kind of stupid if you ask me. The head rotates, looks up a good amount, looks down a good amount as well. For the abdominal area, you kind of twist and turn little by little. The waist turns as well. You can't kind of bend them forward a little bit, but not too much. And you can kind of lean them back a bit as well. That's alright. For the arms, you can get a bit of a T-pose here. The articulation is hindered on his left shoulder because of all this armor pieces here. Nothing new if you guys have been collecting Predators for a while already. You get a bicep swivel as well. Like I said before, it's a little hindered here because of the armor and because of this tubing. Make sure when you're articulating this arm that you don't stress it too much, because keep your eye on this little wire here because it will snap off right there. It did for me, and I already had to crazy glue it back on. It's probably going to snap off again, and if it does, I'm not going to even bother next time. So unless you want to break that and get a little more articulation out of it, I wouldn't suggest it. The bicep swivel is also hindered here because of all that armor. Over here, easier to articulate that arm. Double bend at the elbows for both arms. And for the wrist, you can rotate and hinge. Of course, his wrist blades do actually extend as well. His self-destruct wrist computer does indeed open. You can get him to do some splits here, so that's always good. He can kick up about that much. Double bend at the knee. You You also get some thigh swivels. And for the foot, it's a little stubborn. You can get it to rotate. Alright, move up and down a little bit. Not much in terms of pivot. You can kind of force it, but you're not going to get too much out of that, sadly. Nothing new to see here in terms of the articulation. Everything checks out, and it pretty much gets the job done. So, given that blue is my favorite color, the fact that NECA decided to go with that color scheme for this guy, oh, it blows my mind. When I saw him on the shelf at the store, I just had to get him. And in comparison to the other two, who I think are alright, but kind of bland, this guy just looks gorgeous. I love the icy blue they used throughout the entire body, and throughout the folds of the body you get a nice darker blue. The paint does an exceptional job when it comes to accentuating the details on the figure. Look at all that nice detail there on the scalp here. Really nice. I love the ghostly white eyes. This guy just looks like he went into berserk mode and never came back. This guy looks like he's about to shred some shit up. You got a nice dark tan color for the teeth. For the mouth, it's done in a darker blue with a black interior. Interesting choices here. Moving on to the dreads, they're your typical standard Predator dreads, nothing really else to see here. The paint gets the job done, nothing too fancy. I want you to take a look here. You see, NECA has a way of emulating the pixelated look with the action figures by taking one color, slapping it on, taking another color, making it a simple shape like a rhombus in this case, and slapping that on top of this one. It's a very simple technique, yet it's very effective. Take a look at the wrist computer. Looks cool and everything, but when you open it up, there is no detail in there whatsoever. Kind of sad, but they're kind of skimping out on the details with the wrist computers lately. Moving down to the hands, once again, you get some nice blue paint mixed in with the paint for the gloves. That brown paint once again with some silver in there for the knuckles. Done with that nice bone cream color, similar to the tan they used there on the armor. The brown straps, of course, holding that armor in place. Down to his other arm with the wrist blades. Nice detail there. Take a look at these blades though. They're done in a really nice ghostly white color. And when you extend them, wow, those really do stand out. Moving down the crotch area, once again, codpiece, everything to the thigh armor. Browns, nicely done. I would say mahogany dry brushing technique they used here for this part, covering the butt of the butt flap. And for the ladies out there who dig it, there's your Yautja butt for you. Yeah, nice Yautja boot. Anyways, nice satchel there. Once again, the mahogany paint they used, looking great. Love the blue once again. And then the armor down calves and legs of the Predator down to the feet. NECA did a great job with this guy, and he definitely looks like he came out of the video game. In terms of accessories, the Matte Predator unfortunately doesn't come with a lot. It just comes with the bare essentials. He has his standard shoulder cannon that you kind of expect out of these guys, and once again, it's a very similar paint job as the armor that he uses. Very consistent. Love it. It looks great. Okay, to attach it, all you have to do is line up the pegs here on the bottom, the back of the Predator, and on the shoulder. Just kind of, it's being a little bitch. So after a bit of a struggle, I got it on there. It seems to be pretty sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, I think he looks a bit better. A bit more complete with the shoulder cannon on. In terms of other accessories, he also comes with a chest burster, which is done in a very similar paint scheme to his armor. Lots of nice browns, some cream colors in there. Everything looks pretty good. Get a little closer view of that. You see, they did some nice details on this chest burster. They even went as far as painting the teeth. And it's the same exact chest burster they've been using for years now, and that also means that the tail is on a bendy wire. And of course, he also comes with a face hugger. Now, my face hugger's little fingers are a little warped because of the packaging, but something a little hot water cannot fix. Once again, the paint really nicely applied. Some beautiful colors here that definitely show off the detail of the sculpt that they've been using once again for years. You see that? That's pretty nasty. And of course, like the chest burster and all the face huggers they've released in the past, you got a bendy wire for the tail. And now we have the size comparisons, and as you can see, the Mad Predator scales pretty well with all of these, at least in terms of the NECA line. And in case you wanted some more size comparisons with some other releases from the NECA Alien and Predator line, well, here you have it. At the end of the day, those who love the NECA Predator line are no stranger to buying repaints of the same figure over and over again. And Medea over here, only coming with a repainted facehugger and chest burster, might turn away some people, but let's be honest here. If you're interested in picking this guy up, it's obviously due to the splendid color scheme. And in the sea of Predators on your shelf, this one will most certainly catch the eye of onlookers. Yeah, typical NECA QC issues like, somewhat stiff joints out of the box and fragile parts may affect you, but they're not complete deal breakers by any stretch. And this one retails for around $25, give or take, and I feel satisfied with my purchase, despite my lack of attachment to the game that this one's based on. Now, for those of you who did love that game, this guy is arguably the best of the three, and is definitely for you. And so congratulations, Randy. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've effectively convinced this dumbass snake to buy a Jungle Hunter for the 11th time. So with that, once again, thanks for watching everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video and found this review helpful for you. In case you guys are planning on picking this one up, or maybe some of the other Predators in the line, what's your favorite Predator of the three? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button and maybe subscribe. Thanks for watching everybody once again, and I'll see you all soon. Ciao.